Hey, so I try to at least upload a video on my YouTube channel at least once a week. And as I was taking my walk today, and I'm always monitoring my thoughts and always thinking about how is it that I can add value to people's lives today. So I was just thinking about the title of my video, what I was going to be talking about, because I have so many thoughts in my brain, and sometimes it's just keeps me from really focusing on what it is that I really want to talk about, because I have so many thoughts and so many ideas. So today I just want to talk about why is it that you're not really feeling fulfilled in your life, why you're feeling like that something is missing. And I just want to tell you that the reason why you're feeling like that something is missing, or you're not feeling fulfilled, or that your life is not improving, is because you have become disconnected to your purpose. You have become disconnected to your passion. And especially when you have gone through life, raised families, you've been in relationships, you've gone through divorce. When we go through different things in our lives, sometimes we can be disconnected from the things that mean so much to us. And I know exactly what I'm talking about, because when I was 38 years old, I started to think like, what is it that I want to do with myself? Who am I now? And when I was 38, that was around the time that my youngest son was graduating from high school. So I started to thinking about what it is that I want to do with myself, what it is I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I just started exploring. I just started thinking about the things that I've always wanted to do, especially when I was in my early 20s. I could think back to when I was 19, 20 years old. By that time, I had all three of my children. Yes, I was a teenage mother. And at that time, I wanted to graduate from high school. I was not in high school. I did not have a degree. I did not have a high school diploma. And I did around that time, I did try to go back, get my education, but because of the responsibilities of the family, I was not able to do so. But I did at 20 years old. I put it in the back of my head. I said, you know what? I am going to further my education. I just can't do it right now. So I put it off for about 12 years. I didn't have a high school diploma. I didn't have a GED. I didn't have anything. But at the time when I made the decision, I knew what I was, I intentionally decided to put my dreams on hold and to raise my family. So after years passed, my children got older, I got my GED, I have a college degree, and now I am building my online coaching business, helping women to reconnect to who they are, to the person that they know they were created to be. So that is why I'm making this video. So if you're someone who is 40 years and older, who feels like that it's time to restart life, it's time for you to rebuild, or you feel like that your life is not, you don't feel good as you used to, and sometimes that happens. So, but when that happens, it's because that you have not been connected to who you are. You have not invested in the time to build the gifts and the talents that God has put in you. And when we are not investing in ourselves, investing in our personal development and just developing ourselves and becoming the greatest person that we can be, then life can seem a little dull. Sometimes it could bring on depression, anxiety, frustration, and sometimes you could be angry on the inside and don't know why that you're feeling that way. So as a life coach, I help women to reconnect with those things. Like, what is your passion? Like, what is it that you used to enjoy doing that you haven't done in a while? What is it that that you want to do? Do you want to build a new skill? Do you want to start over in life? do what is it like? So there are some questions that you need to start asking yourself so that you can, begin to work towards those goals, work towards those things that you aspire to be. And also there will be a link under this video so that you can connect with me and you can talk with me about those things. You can get a free one-on-one coaching with me, and also you can get a free clarity book, so with questions in the book, so that you can really write down and really intentionally think about how you want your life to look, and especially how you want your life to feel. If you watch any of my videos on my YouTube channel, I am always going to be talking about how important it is for you to feel good, because when you feel good, your life goes a lot smoother than, if you feeling all anxious on the inside, angry, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, and if you just don't have clarity about what it is that you want to accomplish in your life. I help people to self-actualize, to reach their highest potential, and of course I am on this journey myself, and I can tell you that it's not an easy journey, but it's definitely worth it, because you feel more empowered, you become more confident within yourself, and you become more grateful of the things that you have come through and the lessons that you have learned along the way. But you have to become aware of those things, because if you're not aware of the lessons that you've learned, if you're not aware of the person that you want to be or the person that you have been, so it's a process. Everything is a process, but I want to help you to reconnect with the person that you really are, to connect with your authenticity, your authentic self. That is the most important thing that you can do in this life, is to connect with the person that God created you to be, to work on your gifts and your talents, because someone out there needs you. Someone out there needs your help. Someone needs to hear your message. And I hear this, and I've heard this so many times from different coaches, from different speakers and all that, and I didn't realize how powerful my story was until I learned that I was valuable, until I learned what my self-worth is, and started to validate myself. Because when you are looking outside yourself to be validated by someone else, you lose your passion, you lose who God created you to be. So you have to just bring it back in. You have to grow from within, and to grow from within, you definitely have to work on yourself, work on your personal development, and just get connected to who you once were. Get connected to who, that vision that you had inside of you. Okay, so like I said, there is a link under this video. If you are someone who is struggling to reconnect with yourself, to just want to feel more fulfilled in your life, I want you to schedule a one-on-one with me and get your free clarity book. I hope to see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.